Okay, so, sorry if I'm missing anything out. I'm having to re-record this because the other one didn't upload. So, here goes. Um, mm, this video is about the photography workshop I had today. No, not today. The other week. Yeah. I had two so far, and the first one was about we learned how to use a film camera, how to put in the film, different parts of the camera, such and such. And then we were put into groups and we were moving around the college and taking photographs of different things. That was really fun. And then we got these. These aren't all mine. I was in a group, so they've entrusted me with these negatives, which I'm quite nervous about all the time if I lose them. So yeah, and then the second lesson was about developing them, how to do it, how to make sure you get the correct exposure so you can get the most out of your negatives and get the clearest image. So we started by exposing photo paper with the image on top. Do you get what I mean? You get what I mean. Come on. And then, so here we go. It started out like this, and this was on a really quick, like 15 seconds, I guess, maybe 10. So you can't really see anything. You can just see the line, which is like around the edge of the negative, because they mark it. I don't know why. And then as we progressed, they started to get more and more clear. So here's a couple here. Tag out the way. And what I like about these ones, these aren't the final ones, but what I like about them is even when the exposure isn't on the right one, you can still, and it isn't, maybe it's too light or maybe it's too dark, but it still has some sort of, I don't know, sometimes when they're really dark and silhouetted, I like that because you can just see certain parts of the image and it's not all there and it's quite unclear and uncertain, and then when they're really light you can see just trying to think of what I said earlier because I have to re-record this. You can see different parts of the image that you wouldn't normally be able to see, which is pretty much what I just said, but when it's darker you can see the darker bit clearer, and when you see the light you can see like the outlines and like if it was a traced image or something like that. So I did a few more tests, as you can see here in my sketchbook. And then after that we created a contact sheet of all of the negatives that we made. So we put them in this kind of box and we lined all the negatives up together like this. And we put the photo paper underneath, so it was like this. And then we exposed it with the light like this, and then put it through a machine that made it really quick and really easy instead of using the dark rooms, because that can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Although we did use a dark room, but you know what I mean, like without the chemicals. And I really love these. I mean, it may just look quite boring and dull, but I quite like how old it looks. Like, you don't really see these at all anywhere unless you are a photographer. I'm not yet, I'm hoping to be, but you normally just see the finished piece, so I quite like looking at all of them together. It's kind of like a journey of like everywhere you take your camera. It's like seeing everything from someone else's eyes, like wherever they go, what they see, what they do, which I quite like. And then after this, we chose our favourite image from the contact sheet to enlarge and expose to have our own image. So I chose this one, which is one of the ones that I took in our group. I took this around the back of the playroom, and what I like about it is it's quite, it looks very abandoned and like derelict, and even when it's a lighter image, it still looks really dark and eerie and spooky and uncertain, and I really like that. Especially with the lights in the foreground and the darker leaves in the background. I really like that contrast and the composition. And then here's an outtake, which is my first go. It didn't go out so well because when I was exposing it, the image moved a little bit, so it's got like a massive shadow, which kind of makes it look a bit haunted and like Halloweeny horror movie style, which I kind of prefer to this one because there's more going on in the picture, but then this one's clearer. I don't know, I like them both. So yeah, that's what we did for the photography, and it's really helped me with my work because it's shown me, it's helped me see the kind of thing that I want to do, because we don't get to do much photography, well, not yet anyway, in graphics. And photography is something that I'm really inspired by and fascinated by, and this was really fun for me. So I really liked that, and I was thinking maybe I could create my own contact sheet. I haven't used a film camera for the photographs for Urban Jungle and my projects at college, but I think maybe on Photoshop I could line them up and use it as like a front cover or a back cover for my photo book that I'm going to create. That's what I did.